This time on Low Boost, really start figuring out what my first modifications I'm gonna make on the C5 Corvette are, and I already have a few of them here. Wheels! So I'm already starting to put together the parts list and stuff that I need to get for the C5. I got 2 sets of wheels. I found them on Facebook Marketplace. I got these, but I had them redone because they were kind of shot. I had them repainted so there's no more chrome on there anymore because I don't like the chrome, because if you have to get them redone, they're really kind of a pain in the ass. And then I got some, the wagon wheels set there too. They're all rear, so 18 by 9.5. I'm gonna run a square setup, and I'm hoping to do like 275, 35, 18 all the way around. That way I can rotate them at the track. These are what they call the wagon wheels. They came on C5s from 97 to 99. Not everybody likes them. I actually don't think they look bad. More people like these ones. These are the 5-spoke thin ones. They were in 2000 to 2004 Corvettes. A lot of them came chrome. These were chrome, but they were shot when I got them, but I got them for nothing. And I bought 4 18s, which is hard to find. And I had them redone, but I had them redone with paint, like almost like a metallic paint, no more chrome, easier to maintain. I think they look better. You know, every dad with a Corvette likes his chrome wheels, and I just kind of want to be different because there's already enough of those out there, if you guys know what I mean. Yes, I'm a dad. No, I don't have jorts, and I don't have New Balance sneakers, and I don't know. I just don't. I may have to look up the weights, but these feel like they weigh a few pounds less than these. Yeah, I mean, these look better, so I might just drive these on the street. There are C6 wheels on there now. They're black, but the rear tires are a little too big for the car, and they rub a little bit, so they're not the original size it's supposed to come on it. So I might use these for a track set and these to drive around on the street. They're all 18-inch square, so I could put like NT05s and have a wet set on there, and then just get slicks or something, or RE71s for these ones. So we'll see what I end up doing. So the old trick that we use to weigh our toddler is I step on the scale with her and then without her and weigh the difference. So I weighed the wagon wheel and I weighed these. There's so much information on the Corvette forums that argues one way or the other, but these specific wheels, these weigh 25 apiece, and these weigh 22 pounds apiece. So these are the ones that I'm going to be using on the track. 3 pounds is a big difference. Those are fine for the street, so. Also, I bought a new shift knob, and we're gonna throw that on right now because I gotta run some errands, and the shift knob that came on the C5 is just awful, so let's do that first. It's still pretty cold outside, so don't mind me. We're gonna do this with the heat on and the car warming up. So this shift knob, it's not that hard to get off, it just kinda gets tricky. I was able to just pry this out, and it looks like the demon key was already kind of loosened. So what we need to do is get a pair of vice grips to actually pull the demon key out, and then this whole thing will just screw right off. So let's do that. So once that demon key comes out, this is really a bitch if it wasn't already loose. It was already kind of loosened up kind of over time. So I bet the old owner had a different shift knob and just threw this one on to be nice to me. You just kind of wind it off, and there it is. So let's put the new one on. This is a DELRIN one I got. I'll put a link for it in the description below. I wanted something that wasn't too big and that wasn't too soft, something that easily to grab onto, and definitely going to be a game changer for me. This actually already has a shifter upgrade because the stock shifters really kind of suck. This has a B&M short shifter, which is something I would have done anyway. So that definitely is going to help us out too. And I'm going to go over some of the other upgrades the car already has as I got it, but we're going to do a lot more to it as it goes. So make sure you guys follow along. So, first driving impressions of the C5, I think it's definitely not as nice of a ride as the M235. Let's just get that out of the way. It's definitely not as fast as the M235 was when I took all the modifications out of it. But I think it's faster than the M235 is stock. These make 350 horsepower and 375 pound-feet of torque. The 2003 Corvettes came with a couple of upgrades from the older ones. So this has an LS6 intake. It has the Z06 torque tube. It's got a lot of other parts that are upgraded from the base C5 that you got, in 1997. The other thing that this car has, it has an intake on it and it has an exhaust. So that definitely adds some power. With some other cars, you have to actually, with some other cars like the M235, you actually need a tune to be able to reap the benefits of the power modifications. But this is a mass airflow sensor car, so I think that it'll adjust for itself when it notices a difference. So a lot of people will say that it adds 10 to 15 horsepower for just the intake. The stock intake on these is very restrictive. Also, they probably make around 320 horsepower to the wheels, especially the 2003 Corvette. So my guess is it probably makes 335 to the wheels. And it's in the state that it is now. Maybe if we do a tune to it, might maybe squeak out a little bit more. But my focus on this car is not in the performance. The car has a great performance for what it is, but the other modifications that it needs, I need some seats because these seats are not the best. I could really use a different steering wheel, and I think I want to get sway bars and some suspension mods for it as well, because the car really could use it, stiffening up a little bit. It's a decently stiff chassis as it is, but with these things have modifications to make them stiffer, definitely makes it so much different. So a couple things I noticed about the car after driving it around, running a few errands today. This seat is absolutely terrible. The bushings, I think, are gone in it because I'm sliding around a little bit. I mean, it wiggles. There's no lateral support, even if I have the bolsters up all the way. So I think one of the modifications I'm going to do, first ones on top of doing a couple other things, is I got to get seats for this thing, because they're going around the track and trying to hang in there. I feel like I'm gonna fly out of the window if I don't have my seatbelt on. So that's definitely gonna be an upgrade that I'm gonna do. I do want to get a new steering wheel, but I got to figure out, I'm gonna lose the airbag, so I want to get good seats, that way I can get a Hans device on it as well. That way I don't have to worry about not having an airbag nearly as much. Modifications that the car does have. It does have a twin intake in the front. It has no mufflers in the back. I think there's still catalytic converters, but the car's really loud. Probably louder than my E36 Turbo LS swap. If you haven't heard of that car or have seen that on my channel, I'll put a link in the description below to that. Check that out. So that's a BMW E36 that I put an LQ4 truck motor in, 6 liters, with a big old turbo on it. It's actually quieter than this because it actually has a turbo and a muffler on the back. So make sure you guys check that out. This also has C5 Z06 shocks, which is a really good upgrade. Now, people will do coilover suspension and some other things. We'll see if I get to that point with the car. I want to learn how the car behaves as it is now and start to upgrade things as I go. I'm looking at RE71Rs for tires, 275/35, 18 all the way around. And like I said, it does have the short shifter, so it's got a couple of upgrades already that I would have done anyway, and then I'm just going to take from that and build to it. So in addition to those things, the car also needs some safety stuff. So I'm going to do braided brake lines, as well as new brake pads and rotors, just all the way around, just to make sure we're all squared away with that, we don't have any other problems. And upgraded brake pads than the ones that came on this. These brakes are the same brakes that were on a Z06. The only difference is the Z06 got better brake pads, but you just upgrade the pad and it's essentially the same thing. I'm gonna go even better than the brake pads that came on the Z06. I'm looking at Raybestos ST47, which supposedly are the best brake pads you can get for this car. We're gonna try those out and see how they do. There's so many different brake pads you can get for this. I get lost looking at stuff online. So I'm just gonna get those. We're gonna try them out and let you guys know how they go. Let me know in the comments what you think I should get next. I'm thinking maybe sway bars. You know, I'm gonna get seats and a steering wheel. Definitely gotta help out there. You know, trying to think upgraded leaf springs, or if I should just go right to coilover suspension. You guys let me know in the comments. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.